2 gallons of sanitizer right here in the bucket. One thing we want to note is our mixed feed tube is up on top. We're not going to actually have it in the machine because that would restrict the flow of sanitizer down into the barrel. But what we are going to do is just set it in the top so that the sanitizer that's up there will sanitize that mixed feed tube as well as the rest of the machine. So what we're going to do is, with the machine off, we're just going to pour our sanitizer in. Now we're just going to let it bubble, all the air is escaping from the barrel, and we're just going to let it run until it finishes. Okay, it is finished, and now we're ready to actually start sanitizing. We're going to make sure that we flip this to the clean and not to the freeze side. If we happen to freeze sanitizer in this barrel, we're going to cause damage to the machine. You'll end up with a cube of ice all the way back in that machine, and it's going to start bending all the metal. You could do a lot of damage. So we want to make sure we only freeze it when we have ice cream mix in it. When we have sanitizer like we do now, we just run it on the clean setting. And we're going to let it run for as long as our sanitizer recommends to be ran to be fully effective. Okay, we've let the sanitizer run for as long as it needs to do its job properly and completely sanitize this machine. Now we're going to turn the heater back off. We're going to open this handle and just let all that sanitizer out. Okay, we got most of our sanitizer out. There's a little bit dripping out, but we're going to get that out in our next step, which is adding mix. Okay, we're ready to put ice cream in our machine finally. What we're going to do first, and we want to make sure we don't forget this, is to take our mix feed tube back out and put it on the side. It's now sanitized because it was in the machine while we sanitized the machine. We just want to make sure we don't leave it in there when we pour mix in. First thing we're going to do when we pour mix in is we still have a little bit of sanitizer in this machine, so when we pour the mix in, we want the sanitizer to flow out the front. So we're going to take our bucket, we're going to take our guide rod off, open the spout up, and put our guide rod to the side. So I'm going to pour a little bit of mix in the top, let it flow through, let it push all the rest of the sanitizer out. Because the mix is a lot heavier than the sanitizer, it'll push all that stuff out. As soon as I get pure mix coming out of the front, I'll close it up and we'll pour the rest of the mix in. And now you can see it's nice and thick. Take our bucket out, we'll put our guide rod back in. And we'll pour the rest of our mix in the top. Okay. We're going to let it go until it finishes bubbling. This machine's actually self-priming, so it'll automatically prime just the right amount of mix to match with the air. And now it's finished bubbling. With our mixed feed tube in the open position, we're going to put it in our machine and put the top on. And now we can put the machine on freeze. We're going to put it on freeze, the machine's going to run, and as soon as the machine shuts off, it'll be at its desired setting and we can start serving ice cream.